Now the real question is if Puerto Rico and Germany went to war, who do you think would win?
Germany.
Germany, yeah,
That's
100%.
stupid.
we would. You guys would get stabbed up. I tell you that much. You're gonna get stabbed.
Yeah, and you're gonna get gas. And they wouldn't even go to the island. They would just drop mustard gas everywhere.
You think that would affect us, bro?
Yes.
We got genetics that are past that. We
Are you saying that you're better than the Jews?
No. So anyway, like we were saying, Puerto Rico and Germany.
Puerto Rico
just
and
two,
Germany.
just two of the same. Just two of the same of the kind. Two of the cream of the crop. Hey, we're recording. Ian's like, I don't want to record a podcast. I just want to sit on my phone and watch Instagram videos.
Yeah, it could be a podcast. We just watch funny videos.
What's the podcast? You going?
Exactly the whole time, the entire time. That's what they do on Twitch.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it's just got to be rolling in the background.
We could figure that out.
Hey guys, what's going on? Another episode of SuperSour Podcast. We're recording. We're all here. Ian, Reese, say what's up, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
And
You're like, you fucking idiots.
just the worst at intros. Can you pull back up that the pizza? I want the pizza again because I want to start
You want
off by
the pizza.
commenting about that.
A lot of scrolling.
Oh, you'll get there. I have confidence that if you got somewhere, you can get back. If anybody can get anywhere on Instagram, there he goes. Now click on this thing and then. So we're looking at some guy who schemed out right before the podcast. We were watching this guy who schemed out. I like how they put it in there. We'll go over to the first thing.
Pizza Hut. It's their
Is it Pizza
New
Hut?
Year's. Yeah.
No, it says this guy spent his past 18 years scheming how to make the world's largest pizza, and today it happened.
Oh yeah, Pizza Hut decided to bring back its big New Yorker pizza, and this gets like a dedication thing. This guy, I don't know why
He
they're
somehow
using this video
convinced
to promote
Pizza
it.
Hut to like donate all of this like cheese and sauce and pepperonis.
See, here's my thing about this is that it's just a bunch of pizzas put together, which is that considered one pizza, I guess?
Not in my book.
Could be. It's pizza bites. Like it's like you pull that thing apart. I mean, I don't know.
If you take a whole bunch of little pizza bagels and put them together and just put cheese that covers them all, is that considered one pizza?
No.
Then
absolutely not.
That is not one pizza.
Thank
that is a bunch of small pizzas
If
put
we're
together.
using that distinction, then absolutely not. It is not a pizza.
Because they're all individual squares. So I'm gonna go ahead and say no, because they're not even overlapping.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
love
but-
pizza, and I would still eat that religiously.
yeah.
No, I'm not. Here's the other thing.
I would
I'm not eating
worship
this
that.
pizza because it's,
They're walking around and
You're-
shit, and
no,
then they're
you're-
putting the crust on top of it. Yeah, who would eat that?
You're getting cold
Me.
slices at the best.
100%. Yeah.
Cold slices, not very well cheesed.
I'm excited for that.
Where are these guys' certificates on making pizza? How long have they been working pizza for?
All of those look amazing.
I want one of those giant spoons, though. That'd be
I
cool.
do want
ladle?
One of those giant spoons, yeah. That seems to be the coolest thing in this whole.
They don't even show it.
What do they do with those giant spoons afterwards? Where do you
Is
order
it?
a giant
Isn't it
spoon?
a ladle?
No, it's like it looks like a big ass spoon.
Big ass spoon he was holding with 2 hands.
Imagine how much cereal you can eat with that.
That's a ladle.
That's a ladle. Wait.
That's a ladle, yes.
It's not letting me full screen it. Just wait. It's coming up. Hold on.
I understand Reese's
1
suspicion
second.
because it's just like, there's no way there's a comically cartoon-sized spoon that they were using. And we're like, no, we watched this.
No, we saw it.
Fucking drone footage for this. This is what our resources in our world are used for. Drone footage of some guy making the world's largest. It's not even, first of all, this guy, you know, they talk about him like, I guess he made the plans, I guess. But all these people did all the work. Where the hell's he at? I don't see no footage of this guy.
Making all that money.
Yeah, no doubt.
See, look, giant spoon.
big ass spoon.
Oh, okay.
Big old spoon.
Nice.
It's like a giant Coke spoon.
Oh,
that's a lot of cool.
You find those in Johnny Depp's house. They brought that to they were going to bring that to the trial, but they were like, it's just too big to bring in. There's no way.
It's unreasonable. The jury wouldn't believe it.
They brought a picture, but in the picture, it looked like a normal sized spoon.
They thought it was.
They got
They
it to the
bring it in
distinction.
They actually bring it in the courtroom. They're like, whoa, shit.
Let me run with what Reese just said there, bringing up how she just did groceries recently. Ian, question for you. When you're doing groceries, when's the last time you did your own grocery shopping?
Year ago.
Do you do better doing your own grocery shopping, like by yourself, or do you do just as okay if somebody's like, what do you need from the store? Like, do you know off the top of your head, or do you anxiety out and I just go, I don't know?
Oh, no. Anytime somebody goes, do you need anything from the store? I immediately just say no because I do not know.
Yeah.
Even if I need something, I'm going to say no because I'm not 100% sure.
I, for some reason, can't buckle down and just say no because I can't figure it out in the moment. But I got to do some like drawn out sitcom thing where I'm like, I don't know, bananas? What do they even have there? They're like,
I need a bag of peas.
It's anything though. Like Reese will be like, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? I'll be like, what do they have? Like what?
I'm like, you go there every day. What do you get?
I mean, I guess a cheeseburger. She's like, a cheeseburger.
A cheeseburger.
I don't know. A lasagna? Do they have lasagna there? Is it one of those fancy McDonald's that has pasta?
Do they have wedding cake?
Let me get a vodka soda.
I'll just have a vodka soda.
I'll have a vodka soda. What do you think of this setup? What do you think of this?
It's not bad. I like the fact that we can use the TV better.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we're just kind of facing it. The only downside is the fact that if we want to look at Reese, we got to go,
hello?
Don't look at me.
What did you just say?
Turn around.
We have to act like she's not in the room. Whoa, where'd that booth voice come from?
Meanwhile, the camera is like,
Yeah, it's like Dora. She's behind you. Yeah. This is very much like this is exactly how it would be set up. Like if I wasn't dating Reese and just Ian came to hang out, sometimes there would just be a couch like this in front of the TV, guaranteed. Like there would be other furniture and stuff, but there would just be a couch right here in front of the TV, and we would just smoke and allegedly and just watch like whatever.
I'm sober.
That's true.
By choice. Ian saw the light on the other side. He was speaking to a homeless man on the streets the other day. That homeless man gave him the knowledge of Christ, and through that, Ian has found the other side of sobriety, which is why we're all drinking Monsters today.
You can still drink as a Christian.
Well, yeah.
Especially Catholic.
they're
They're like barely Christians. They're like, I was baptized.
Yeah, I think I've talked about this many a times on the podcast, but I have a fear for my memory right now, and I think maybe I've been calmed down on this before, but I've talked about it before for sure, where I have all these ideas of like questions I want to bring up, and I usually I write them down. Like that's been a thing forever. Like I write things down because I easily forget them. But I mean,
I should do that.
I mean, man, it's worse now. Like if I don't, where it's like before it was like coming back to me at some points, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna try and write down to ask or say or do. I don't. I like all day long. I'm thinking of like, oh, that'd be a funny thing to ask everybody. That'd be a cool thing to talk about. Nothing. Gone. Gonzo.
Gone with the wind.
What a horrible.
Gone like a freight train. Gone like yesterday.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Gone with. Oh, she already said Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
God, don't be stupid.
It's that memory.
It's doing great. Yeah, brought it full circle. Really driving my point home. Yeah. But we'll see. You're gonna be my gauge if in this next however many however time frame, if you're like picking it up, you're just like grabbing things.
Suddenly, I'm just really smart for not drinking for a month.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, well,
I'm gonna have to fix that real quick. I'm gonna be no fun.
you don't want those brain cells.
Who needs brain cells?
Yeah, my
Work outside.
my point too that no shit. My point that I was gonna bring up to with the setup, I was gonna be like, I was hoping you would be like, yeah, it's really great, I really like it. I was gonna be like, well, it ain't permanent, fam. Things will change.
Well, you got
Tee.
you gotta get through the steps. You gotta find what works the best.
Yeah, I think it's I actually, for anybody who does still watch currently, like on a regular, I think it's great that they can see like a different setup every single time.
Yeah, let us know. What do you like best? All 4 of you watching.
Like I like when you guys were at the table and we're like, oh Jesus, gotta set the table up again.
Probably not the best time to say I kind of like the table better. This is comfortable, but I just feel as if the table's,
Yeah, I do
Look
miss the table as
professional.
well. Reese, we gotta set the table back up.
Y'all doing it then.
We're setting up the table.
Cut all of this. Yeah, we're not using this. Now everything's gonna get moved around again at some point.
It's gonna be different next week.
Probably, yeah, more than likely. If we have the energy and the time to make a big change, then it'll happen. If not, it'll be a slight change.
Yeah, we'll just be angled a little bit more that way this time. Next time, you never know.
Different angles.
Different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
Different angles for other dangles. I don't know.
You don't have to try that hard.
That was a stretch.
You
Yeah.
didn't have to try. Yeah, no.
That actually
I felt it.
That hurt my head a little bit.
You were like, I gotta make the funny happen, and I was like, no, it's okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You just sit there and look stupid.
Yeah, we got plenty of time to cut in some funny. Well, I'll tell you this much: it's another week, and none of us are rich. So there's that.
Speak for yourself.
Man hit it big.
I have no money.
He's like all that. He's like, you know what? I broke open the change jars the other day. Broke open the piggy banks. Really, now I'm really liquid. Did you guys have any cool piggy banks growing up?
I had that. I don't know. I feel as if I've seen these a lot. Everyone kind of had like those giant fucking crayons.
Yeah, I had one of those. Not one of the really tall ones, but probably the size of like a Glade spray can.
My exes had the giant ones.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh.
the giant.
Wait, your exes? How old were they when they had this?
My one ex he had it since I knew him, since middle school. And
they're
we
like
dated in
like that
after high school.
Fair enough. I feel like it's some real child shit. If you're like, even if you have you put that change into a different type of change container, you don't keep the crayon.
We kept it for a long time, even though it didn't have any change in it. Like, obviously, by the time I hit high school, I had no idea where it was. I'm assuming it got thrown out.
Of course.
I probably stole
Snuck it outside late at night, gave it proper burial, said,
goodbye, childhood. I'm not allowed to have fun anymore.
"You'll never speak of this to anybody that I owned you.
No one's ever going to hear
You'll
your
go to the
story.
grave with my family."
I had like an actual pig. It was a plastic pig with a little gray curly
Nice.
Q tail that was springy.
Yeah.
Like I could squish it, the tail, but it was plastic. Like you remember those toys that for little kids that were made of that tough plastic material. Oh, the little red and yellow truck car things were made out of it.
Like
Yeah.
Tonka truck?
Yeah, kind of, I think. I think that's what we're talking about. But anyway, it was made out of that material. And it was really hard, but yeah, it was
And real rigid. Yeah.
You ever broke open a piggy bank?
Like an old school one?
Yeah, like the
No.
ceramic ones.
No.
I never understood that factor because they always had like the little hole at the bottom of it, so you could just shake all
But
the.
like the old school ones didn't, right? Because it was like the whole point of it.
I have no idea.
I had an old school one, and it did have a little rubber stopper at the bottom.
What's the
It was my
point of
great-grandma's.
breaking it? Was there like a tradition behind that?
I don't know.
Google that. Why did people break open piggy banks? While he Googles that, I want to point out I had a small crayon one, but before that I had a big Macho Man Randy Savage doing flexes. And it was like a plastic one. Yeah, and there was a little slot in the back of his head, and I had that as a kid growing up.
It's saying that it is because they don't have the one at the bottom. The little thing at the bottom.
The old ones probably didn't have the stopper then.
Yeah.
Because that made more sense to me as a piggy bank, as to like that was the whole point. Is like you need to, like you save
Fill
it
it all the
yeah,
way up
yeah,
and then
like,
break it open.
So otherwise, as a kid, like you'd have the piggy bank, and then like I don't know, the second it got halfway open, and you wanted like ice cream or a video game, you would just like crack that bitch and drop all the change out, or the dollars that you'd slip in there too.
I guess it also makes sense because back then you could actually buy stuff with coins. Like nowadays, what are you gonna buy with a quarter?
Yeah,
Literally probably nothing.
I feel like Pokemon cards and like packs of cards were like cheaper back then too.
Oh yeah,
and probably more accessible to get like for like $1 and something.
Well, back like I remember because your dad. Back in my day, I used to get a pack of baseball cards for a quarter.
Who's dad? No, I'm just kidding.
My dad. But just shit like that, and I'm like, okay, but nowadays you save up that whole piggy bank, and guess what you're gonna do with it? You're gonna go down to Publix, you're gonna dump it into the coin sorter, and then they're gonna give you cash.
Mm-hmm.
And take half of it.
Yeah, so even more so now.
Seems kind of pointless if you think about it.
Yeah. Well, no. Seems really helpful in the end.
Piggy bank?
Yeah. I mean, but a piggy bank can be anything now. I think that's why they don't really like advertise.
Yeah.
Like people just turn shit into piggy banks now.
Who's buying piggy banks nowadays?
It's got to be a thing that people do for
like
their
a novelty
kids,
thing.
right? Yeah, because like you got to think that people are probably still sending their kid to schools. If you go to a school like in a neighborhood like ours, then it's not one of those fancy schools where they're like doing debit prepaid stuff for their kid. Like they're probably still sending them with like dollars and stuff.
I was gonna say, when the hell was that ever a thing?
I'm taking a guess here, but I'm assuming like in the fancier schools, like they probably, like you probably like pay for your kid's lunch like for the year or some shit like that.
See, I remember doing that. Like
some people can do that, but usually it's because of government assistance. Because that's what I had to do.
Right. Okay.
Well,
It doesn't. It's actually the opposite of fancy, typically.
Well, I'm saying
At least in
like,
Florida.
I'm sure there's that option though to pay for like your kid's lunch like for like the whole year, and then also I'm sure schools do like debit cards and shit like that now, like in the fancy.
Largo, our last year, the last year that I was there,
yeah,
they had like a whole bunch of stuff with debit card and stuff like that, and I'm like, but that was high school. That's a little bit more reasonable. Like I couldn't imagine sending like an elementary schooler.
No.
Like my parents didn't even want to give me regular money because I wouldn't buy lunch. I would just buy like ice cream sandwiches and shit.
Yeah, I mean I've seen it like even up until like just going through the aisles of Walmart, and like as now it's like kids will be walking around with like dollars and like change in their hand and like talking about what they want to buy. So that shit don't change with that. Like kids are still scrapping together change to buy dumb shit too. Like I want to buy this bag of chips. And I'm like, you fool. Save for another week, you can get 2 bags of chips.
Idiot.
You dumb.
Why get 1 bag of chips a week when you can every 2 weeks have 2 bags of chips?
Companies that do bi-weekly pay. You don't need your paycheck this week. Just wait till next week. You get double.
Idiot.
Down back then with like caveman days, and they were like, whoa, hold on. I give berries next week with more berries. Now every 2 weeks you get more berries.
Then one of them was like, oh, sound cool.
And that 2 weeks came, and then that guy was like, okay, but I take
twice a month.
But I take
out
some
tax.
of the berries.
But I take back some berries.
I'm hungry too. I can't find a caveman accent.
Oh, you make berry.
There you go. That's the only way I can do it. Yeah, I take berry.
Me take.
Me take berry.
Me take.
No, me take berry. Let's talk about this Tennessee lady. You heard about this? You
guys heard about this?
About this? The news? Oh wait, hold on. What was our first thing we had to talk about? Oh yeah, Starry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Sierra Mist. You sucked.
That's Ian. What did you feel about? Were you a Sierra Mist guy? Did you like Sierra Mist?
I liked it more than Sprite.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't mind.
That's weird.
Like,
that's weird. You're weird. Who likes Sierra Mist more than Sprite?
I actually didn't like either. So
You're weird.
yeah.
What do you like? Fucking 7-Up?
ooh,
Mountain Dew.
I did like 7
I do like.
I'll take a
I-
7-Up over a Sprite any day.
I would absolutely take a 7-Up over.
A secret 7-Up society I'm not aware of?
Sprite's too crisp.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
It's
S's.
too
There's going to be a
spicy.
whole lot of S's in this conversation, so everybody
Super
S session.
be
sour.
prepared. So SuperSour talks Sierra Mist and Sprite.
SSS SSSS.
I think some having some strokes.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, like I was never really a lemon lime soda drinker. You know. Like I suppose you could consider Mountain Dew a lemon lime soda,
Kind of.
because that's what
But
originally
it's
was.
it's not as spicy.
Mountain
not
Dew?
Yeah,
Mountain
spicy.
Dew is not a lemon lime soda.
Is it not?
It
That's also
advertises
from the Pepsi brand. So, no, the Pepsi brand already has a lemon lime soda. It's not their lemon. You know what I did fuck with, though? Who I
Okay.
don't know who did Mellow Yellow for a while, but Mellow Yellow was really good.
Yeah, that's gonna be Coke.
Mellow
that's,
Yellow's still around,
That's
isn't
the Mountain Dew. That's the Coke version of Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Oh. There's not really too much to get into with the article because it's all basic shit. They just said that the branding was not good anymore for Sierra Mist and people don't want to buy it. Which I'm like, I mean, yeah, you don't promote it. You don't promote Sierra Mist at all. Like, what do you mean the branding's bad? That's your fault.
I used to remember commercials for Sierra Mist.
Back in the day, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But now, nothing. They promote Pepsi, and that's it. Dr. Pepper.
True.
Sweet, whatever. Sweet treats. That's the sweet treats. The Dr. Pepper character. You know the Dr. Pepper character?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my God. Pull up Sweet Treats.
All right.
You want him to just Google sweet treat?
I'm
on YouTube.
gonna Google it.
No, you go to YouTube. Dr. Pepper Sweet Treats. That doesn't make any sense. You know you're doing this on purpose when I've told you specifically what to Google.
Oh, it's sweet treats near me. That's how you find where all the Dr. Pepper.
What sweet treat means, by the way, hilarious.
A sweet dish typically following a main
Worst production team ever.
We're killing it.
Don't laugh into your microphone,
I'm
please.
not.
Let's.
No, I want to.
So, by the way, it was as you were typing, there was something called Sweet Talks Podcast. What the? They just sweet talking. Hey there, sweetie. How's everything going today?
We should fight them. This is super sour.
Sweet Talks, you heard it here first. We're challenging. Get your knee away from my foot, bro.
Get your foot away from my knee.
What about is Super Sweet a podcast?
If you are, we're gonna find you. We're gonna you up.
after you look up sweet treats.
What am I looking for? Like, is there
Dr.
some?
Pepper.
Oh.
Dr. Pepper. Maybe
What?
Yeah, the one user. See, that's him. Lil Sweet. His name is Lil Sweet.
I remember these.
Yeah.
The
Oh, he's got a whole song. I don't want to hear his whole song. What's great about this guy is that nobody would ever recognize him on the street.
No, unless he was dressed like that. And even at that point, they'd be like, "What's up with this weird-looking Jack Sparrow?"
Yeah, he gets excited about something on the streets. He's like, "Sweet, and like,
Sweet. It's him.
Oh my God! No way, little sweet guy, shut the fuck up." So yeah, now you get it.
Kind of don't like how he pops up everywhere.
Well,
Like imagine if there was an actual like Dr. Pepper entity that just did shit like that. It'd be ridiculous.
I'd be better than a Kool-Aid entity that does you know what.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah. Let's type in SuperSour Podcast. I agree with Reese.
We're gonna find them.
I bet if it's a thing, it's like a podcast about like
Sweet
candy.
treats.
Yeah, candy. Sopper. Sweet.
Super Sweet 16.
Super Sweet 16 podcast. A podcast where they just watch episodes of Super Sweet 16. I'd watch that.
Sopper.
Yeah, I pointed.
Sorry. Theory. Good Children.
Good Children, the Rancho
Sweet
Boys.
Takes.
Sweet Talks, the Sweet Talks podcast.
Sweet Talks.
Oh,
That's-
Sweet Talks.
Yeah, they're trying to use one T there. You look dumb.
Yeah.
Oh,
silly.
Sweet Tea.
Sweet tea. Yeah, no, super sweet. Good.
Good.
Yeah.
We would find you. We would commit war crimes against you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So, Sierra Mist. That's your fault. Bad branding. I like Sierra Mist. I thought it was a good alternative. But to be fair, if I'm not going for Sprite, if I'm trying to get some type of like lemon lime-ish drink, and I know this isn't lemon lime what I'm about to say, but if I want something like that isn't Sprite, I'm going for it for a reason, and I'm getting ginger ale because I need it for my tum-tum. Sprite and ginger ale are really good for your tum-tum.
I thought that was Coke.
Coke can be good too.
It's just for something fizzy. It's to get you to burp. Get the gas out.
You telling me all those years of ginger ale when I was a kid being a miracle soda?
It's
to
to settle your stomach. It's just the fizz.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I guess we should have just been drinking fucking tonic water or some shit.
Pretty much.
Could have just been drinking, I don't know, just Coke the whole time.
Well, yeah, but most parents aren't going to give you Coke
Well, that's dumb.
Well,
if they don't have to.
What did we have after that? What was right after that article in the thing? Not all heroes wear capes.
was that the one?
No.
There's nothing more up here.
Yeah. What was right below that is what I was saying.
Oh, it was
No, it was Malcolm in the Middle. Did you hear about that?
yeah, he's becoming a NASCAR driver. Yeah, that's awesome.
He's been trying for a while.
Yeah. He's like, I can't remember how I made all this money.
Yeah.
I heard some comics say it was like some off mic thing, and I agree with the.
How did you
fear.
hear him?
Huh?
If
Well,
he was off
he was
mic.
off to the side talking about it.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you sarcastic piece of shit. I agree. It seems a lot like it's a headline that seems reasonable that you would hear, like Frankie Muniz dies in very first NASCAR race, and it's not to put like it's
Don't say these things.
but it just seems like such a bad idea. Not in the sense of like I don't think he can be a good NASCAR driver, but it's just like I don't know. It just seems like something tragic could happen, and it just seems very likely, in my opinion. I agree with
He
that.
has been driving them for a while, but
Fair enough.
good couple years.
Yeah. I mean, hope he remembers it.
Well, he got into an accident or something. That's why he can't remember.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna get into an accident in NASCAR and forget the whole thing. This is a car?
What is car?
All right. We don't need to talk about this one. Let's go to the article we wanted next, though.
Sweet, he's driving a Ford. Hell yeah.
That's all that mattered to Ian.
Yep,
That
I just
whole
had to
time was
find
like, I
out.
don't care what he does as long as he's a Ford boy.
I gotta make sure he's racing for the right team. You know what I mean?
No, what do you mean?
The right team, Ford.
Ford. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you might have been insinuating something else I didn't know.
Well, I'm just glad he's not driving with one of those Chevy queers.
Because you know that we are all inclusive here, but unless you're driving a Chevy, whatever negative connotation somebody has on you, if you're a Chevy driver, then you were probably that, and we can't help you there. But as long as you're driving a Ford, there is no way acceptance. You should be loved with everything you do.
I drive a Kia.
You? What do people call you? What's something somebody calls you?
A Kia driver.
You piece of shit Kia driver. You baby murdering piece of shit. You heard it here first, everybody. Reese murders babies as she drives her Kia around. She drives her Kia around and says, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Not this. The lady from Tennessee. The cop from Tennessee.
That whore.
Yeah, that
What
slut.
about this then?
Oh, yeah.
We'll go to him
We're doing
last.
this?
No, we'll go to him last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she banged everybody, you know?
Yeah.
She banged a couple of them.
Let's start by saying like how on a hotness level, what did we rate in her for being in these gangbangs?
Like a 6.
3.
Yeah, I'm giving her like a 5. I'm going right down the middle with her. I think the only thing she has for her with these guys is the fact that she's like a slut on scene, pun intended.
Slut on
Which like I think the initial 3 is right, and then I think with the slut on scene makes her 2 points up because she's like.
See, that makes it lower for me. Like, if I didn't
For-
know that she was a disgusting slut, I would
100%.
say like a 4 or 5.
Face. I don't know. I'm gonna
She's
have to drop my
gross.
score a little bit here. I'm gonna agree with Reese. I'm gonna go to 3.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the heat of I was gonna say in the heat of battle
In the heat of battle, what if this?
in the heat of traffic stops you don't and she says pull down your pants, let me suck you off real quick.
No.
She becomes a 5 in that moment.
It makes
for these
it
guys.
grosser for me.
I'm saying, but
Well, you gotta think like a.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm with you guys. But for these guys who clearly, I don't know. I don't know what the guys look like. I can't tell what
Well, it's more of
ranking
a.
they are.
If you think about it, it's more. They're all
That
right
was
here.
one of them. That was one of the
Yeah,
guys.
I was gonna say all these pictures that. Like,
Well, that explains a lot right there.
Well, what about this guy?
That also explains a lot. He looks like he's got autism, and then the black guy's like, well, she's right up my alley. Why she's sad for sucking dicks over there in that picture?
Well, yeah, this is her. Like, I think that's like when she was in.
That's when
Court.
she was being
That's what
sworn
I'm saying.
in.
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
So go to the
To the
top.
police
Read
department.
From the top, please.
To the top. Tennessee cops, including married female officer, fired for repeated wild sex romps.
A small Tennessee police station has been rocked by allegations of wild sexual misconduct after a married female officer allegedly had steamy romps with 6 male officers. 6 male, good for her.
Killing it.
Well, yeah.
She wanted that D, and she got after it. She became a cop.
Sometimes you
to
wonder
suck
if
dick.
it's more than just being a whore that they have going on for the.
See, in my mind, she planned this like a while ago. She's like, I'm gonna become a cop just so I can start fucking these dudes.
Yeah,
She probably has some sort of cop.
well, you
fetish.
know that her porn search history is all like cop has sex
Bondage.
with other cop has had sex with
handcuffs,
those. Yeah, there you go.
pepper spray.
Married cop cheats on husband with other cops.
That too. There you go. A little on the nose. Officer Megan Hall. Megan. And her fellow Megan's a popular name right now. It's really popping.
Yeah, but they spelled it like the worst way.
Oh yeah, Megan.
Megan.
Hate it. And her fellow law enforcers allegedly engaged in wild sexcapades. How many different
fucking
ways
love
in this
that
article
word.
are they gonna for sexcapades?
It's such a silly fucking word.
How many different times in this article are they gonna bring up ways to say sex? Had steamy romps.
Romp.
Taking her top off at a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party, and even what was that like what was it like an event for the cops though? Like it seems like that was on her own time.
Yeah.
Having oral sex with 2 officers with the Laverne 10 police station. Oh, Tennessee. I just shortened it to 10. Yeah, scroll down. Yeah, you scroll past this. Oh,
Steamy
yeah,
shenanigans.
this is where she's saying that she claimed that they were in an open marriage, but the guy was like, her husband was like, nah, not really. It was like, I don't think I ever agreed to that. But in the end, this cuck decided to stay with her. So she banged 6 of these officers. I think she got fired. Trying to see if she was fired or not.
Yeah.
Well, no, they got
fired.
The ones that got fired were the ones that
didn't join in.
No.
No, one of them.
You're fired.
They're like, you're a bunch of pussies. You didn't join in plowing.
One of them did.
No, it's because they did it during like on duty.
Right.
Yeah, at the police.
So
department.
we were
Which
paying
she
them
did.
to fuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they got fired.
Yeah.
But I mean,
No,
I feel bad for her husband because like her words, like she allegedly bragged about the size of one of the partner's genitals. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's told in this, but I heard there's like a story of her. So like they were all at a party, like her husband and a couple of her other coworkers and shit, and she just kind of like walked up to one of the other coworkers and started making out with him, and then like kind of turned to her husband and was like, "Is this cool?" And he probably was like, "I guess, sure." You know, like, but he apparently like didn't really like say yes or no. Yeah, he was very indifferent about it though. Cuck.
Yeah, he's fucking cock.
2 officers who allegedly had romps. Why do they keep saying that? Romps.
Allegedly.
With Patrick Megalico.
Yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah. And Larry Holiday. I wonder who's who. Kept their jobs but wound up suspended according to the reports. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of like officers like interrogating a bunch of them and then like getting these guys like they get through the 6 that have been like, yeah, I had sex with her, and then they start getting to other guys that are like, did you have sex with Megan? And then like they're like, what? No, I would never do that. That's like,
no.
Okay, cool. Pack your shit and get out. We don't have pussies around here. If there's a woman throwing her pussy around, you take advantage.
You take what is given to you.
We're male police officers. We do this. This is our thing. Officials began to look into the swinging personal lives of the what? Oh, okay, thank you. Ominous officers when Laverne Mayor Jason Cole, who the fuck? Oh, Laverne, the place. That should be. So there should be like a comma in there somewhere. Received a tip that Hall was sleeping with several fellow cops and had a threesome with McGillicuddy and his wife among the others. Among the other claims. Yeah, they just talk about how this bitch was just getting around.
Like numerous occasions.
Yeah. No, she's an ugly, like she has the way her chin forms in. She's got baby face. She looks like her face, like they look like somebody
but that
like, took her face off
like
of like a Pampers thing. Her look at that.
I don't like that eye. Like,
yeah. Might be a camera thing. There might be a lot of flashes going on there, but I think you're right.
I don't know. Just like
she's got Goo Goo Gaga face. It's very weird. Do you think that when the officers were trying to get her to suck their dick, they just kind of like jingled keys above their dick for a little while first before getting her to latch on? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think the other officers were probably just like, just doing whatever. I think she was the one being like
100%. She enticed all these guys. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. She told the investigator Hall that he was that about Powell's big black dick and claimed she had performed an act on him while the pair were on the clock. That's so funny. Of course, she bragged about the black guy's dick. Of course, was like, well, of course she's like, I took that. I'm telling you right now, I took that. She's like, that's no problem. I knock those down every day. All right. Well, best of luck to everybody down there in that police department. This is why you don't have all female, or maybe this is why you should have all female police crews in some areas.
Well, she also kissed that guy's wife, too.
Oh, shit. You know what? I don't know what to tell you. Just get rid of this bitch then. Put her in a... She sounds like she belongs in a strip club of some kind, doing a police officer type thing.
Sounds
somewhere
like
off
she
of
should
a
be
highway.
What?
What?
Said it sounds like she should be a prostitute.
Good point.
Move to Las Vegas.
Good point.
She could be that a cop whore.
Well, if anything falls through for her, she could just do OnlyFans, I'm sure. She's got
at this
the
point.
name now and the reputation. Yeah.
You heard it from us, so we get a cut out of it. You
Yep.
get famous on not Instagram. I mean, she could probably do that too.
Yeah, do both.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's no such thing as bad press.
That's right.
Or bad publicity,
Takes
really.
a couple weeks for women like her. Okay, let's get out of this. All right, so this is quite the long video. Pause it.
It's
Up.
12 minutes. Oh.
Yeah, bring it all the way back. Pause it. I don't think Reese. Oh no, because that's gonna have all that shit there.
I can.
Oh, okay, cool. And I don't think Reese has seen this yet, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. I know. I brought it up to Reese. I was like, "Have you seen that video?" She was like, "No." I was like, "Don't watch it yet. Don't watch it." So we'll end up cutting through this a little bit. But boy, is this a goodie. I saw this, and this screams so many different areas. There's so many different areas in the United States where people would be like, that's Largo right there. That's P Park right there. That's
Florida.
That's Florida.
St. Pete.
This is
Yeah.
heavy Florida vibes. Super heavy Florida vibes. So I thought it'd be great to go over it.
Hey,
Leave.
Call your mom.
Leave.
Call your
Let's play this and see this guy. This guy's tried to break into a house, and he is the top salesman of all the crackheads in Florida.
No, leave.
No, I'll stay till the cops come because this is my house. Do I not rent here?
No, this is
I
not.
know you guys own our house. I know you guys own it. Give us the phone. Dude, I know you guys own it.
I know you guys own it, but this is my house.
You rent this one?
Yeah, we do.
You rent this one?
Get that.
No, you don't. Yes, we do. Let me see. What's the code? What's the code?
His he's got no shirt on. His ability to just be like the drugness in him to be like, he's like, you guys are stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You've been here longer. He watched the landlord pull off. Me called okay, what's the landlord's name? What's the landlord's name?
What's his name? What's his name?
Speak with him.
No, what's the landlord's name?
He's the landlord? Oh, yeah. No, he's the
I just wish he would pull up his pants.
His name is
No way, bro.
Joseph Concelia.
Yeah, this is not Joseph's house.
Okay, sorry, I got the answer wrong.
You got the house wrong.
Yeah, that means it's not your
Guys,
place.
that man took a shot in the dark.
Let's calm down and stop yelling at each other. You guys think this is some delusion that I'm making up? No.
That's our property, first of all.
We'll just wait.
Can you pause it real quick?
Why we haven't yet?
They're coming.
What do you think of this guy so far?
What do you think he's on?
That's also a good question.
Probably a little bit of a few things, but I think he probably smoked meth recently.
Yeah.
But I feel like he did something else. Maybe probably crack too.
Do you think
I'd
he's
say.
like, what is it that he's like trying to fight through the high to act normal? Is that what it is? Because he seems so delusional. Like I said, he's definitely delusional of like I'm in the right now.
He's delusional, but he's trying to like put logic to it.
Yeah.
Or like some sort of rhyme or reason.
Because I feel like I associate meth with being like completely like
Just
gone and lost. Like
But that's why I also add crack, which gave him that extra boost of confidence and like people skills, you know?
Wow, this guy's smart. So he knows how to mix to really convince people. Like, no, I'm not high at all. But you know what doesn't help him is like even if the shirt off gives the heavy Florida vibes as well. Besides many other different things, it's definitely the problem with this guy is with everything that's going on. Him keeping the shirt off the entire time, does not help his situation with anything he
Not
says.
at all.
No matter how serious he gets, it's like, bro, put your shirt on. We're
Yeah.
talking to you. Okay, go ahead, play him some more.
I was just gonna say.
Oh,
Also, shouts out to these guys with the camera because I'm not sure about you, but if you just saw some random dude like fiddling with your door handle and like all hunched over, like
Yeah.
my first reaction is I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull out my phone. And
I run
start
it from
recording.
behind and I RKO. Yeah.
No, big overhand right.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I said. Clothesline from hell, JBL style, right into the glass, and then you grab him by his loose pants, and you grab him by the back of the neck, and you turn around, and then you Irish whip him into the door. Yeah.
That's what you
I love Irish whipped cream.
do. Yes.
That's a good way to start the video.
Am I supposed to be scared? Because
Am I supposed to be scared?
code?
It's not your house.
Dude. This guy's like, please give me a break.
Is that the buddy, too? You know? You have a shirtless guy.
I don't know.
I don't have a car.
Another dude.
So if you don't have a car, what makes you think you can afford an apartment or a house?
You rent it, though, right?
Yeah, I rent it.
This little flat.
Since when?
I could pay
What's it
him
look like?
$5.
What's it look like? What's it look
You
like?
walk in, there's a kitchen right there. You think I'm lying still? Seriously? You guys are
He's
lying?
now offered him $5 so that way he can show them that I.
The inside of their house.
Just moved in, dude.
Come on, that's safe and awesome.
Like, why are you guys like, oh my gosh, he's not know his own. I'm not gonna keep the camera.
Put it on the ground.
And he ripped the camera off the wall.
Yeah.
Like a Ring camera.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
For what? You think you're special or something?
No,
That's not your from camera, bro. This is not your from house.
I'm not leaving with the camera.
Well, you need to leave
Why
right
do I have to
now.
leave my own
Because this is not your from property.
I don't
Guys, I'm
rent
not
that
gonna
space.
leave the camera. But why do I have to leave?
For what? Because I'm not leaving.
Okay, pause real quick.
Yeah, you guys just
I just moved in here.
Yeah, I love the way the drugs are hitting this guy, where he's just like super calm. He's like, guys, come on, like I'm not even trying to steal anything. This is my house. I'm telling you, this is my house. No, but seriously though, like I get what you're coming from, but like, do you think that I don't know my code? Do you think that I just don't know my code and that's the problem? Because guys, you're being really weird right now.
This back and forth is so wild.
Jonas, in this figure of fire, I'm gonna remember this code out of nowhere.
He said, I'm gonna remember this code out of nowhere. Watch.
See what happens. See what happens.
Oh my
if you open
God.
that door, bud.
Oh, so now if I know the code, it's illegal?
Yeah, this is not your from house.
Like, tell him, dude. And once you
Tell him, dude.
we can do whatever he wants you. Yeah, right me? Yeah. You do whatever you want. It's trespassing at that point.
You can see like the top of the door where he ripped the
Yeah, we took the
camera off.
camera.
How did you get here? Yeah, where'd you come from?
My mom made me.
My mom made me.
Oh, he's quick with the wit though. This guy's
He's quick with that.
That's that crack.
this
smart.
guy starts hitting him with the I'm rubber and you're glue. So how about that?
So this is my
Yeah,
house.
yeah. Where'd I come from? How up your butt and around the corner? How about that?
The land is not the landlord here.
Okay, I could call her whatever the fuck. It's not even her, first of all. It could be whoever. It could be any member of Joe's family. It could be Tally.
It is definitely not Joe's.
Teddy. It could be Joe's in work.
Joe rents the house around the corner.
Hello,
You're at the
it's
wrong
me.
house.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can call my landlord.
It's funny. This guy's just like the landlord could be anybody,
It could be anybody, bro. Why
and
do you
then he
need
was
to know
like,
his name?
it could be anyone from Joe's
So
family.
you're saying this house, this is your house because it is?
Saying that I know you and your family like run it or whatever because you guys keep saying like, no, you do not own this house. I get it. You guys own the house. I get that. But like this, you know, like space with whatever the technical.
The space right here.
Like flexing across.
It's a good way to
and
break it.
I don't know. It's wild. That this guy is just like constant on this fact. Like I know the landlord and his family, so I know all of them, and it could be any of them that are my landlord.
That little
Yeah, I see that.
tenant, it is rented to Jeffrey Raymond Partee Gallegos.
Was that you?
Party Giles.
And I will identify myself to the police. You guys think just because I'm having fun yelling out
And
loud,
that's where
I'm
I forget which one it was. It's like meth that like drives them towards the police. Where like because they're so like confident. They're like, I'm not doing anything
Yeah.
wrong. I'm fine.
Look, I could sit here, I could screw it on, and if I wanted to look down like
This guy's somebody. He's like, you guys want to call the police? You guys, are you sure you want to go there?
And I like how he's
All right, it's your funeral. You want to call the police?
he's explaining how the camera works. I can screw it in. Doesn't screw
Doesn't
it in.
screw
I
it
can point it down. Yeah, that's how cameras work.
For a second, he seems like he's selling them the camera. He's like, bro, check it out. So you put it in right here, and then you pull out your phone. No, don't have a phone.
why am I cracking you up?
Because you.
I am? Okay, watch. We'll watch the police let me into my dwelling. Bad. Look, here's the key and everything.
Oh, damn, we don't have the key, huh?
Oh, man. Shucks. Sorry if I did.
What?
Dude, he's,
Oh shucks. Sorry if I did. But you don't.
Obvious, Jeffrey.
the way he looks, he keeps looking at them like they're stupid. He's like, so stupid. Why would you even say that? Do I have a key? What?
Elementary school?
Who has keys?
What are you talking about,
Who
bro?
uses
I have a code. They're gonna be flipping it back on him. I have a code, remember? It's the best smart-ass drug addict robber ever. I want to get robbed by this guy.
I want him to be at my apartment. Like,
Yeah, I catch him like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, okay, we're gonna do this game.
let me get my phone real quick.
Okay, wait. Look, why is everybody...
It's funny as this video goes on, his pants just get lower and lower.
I know, I understand, and you know,
You know, this whole thing is
So,
on camera.
like the actual, like the owners who do own the actual place are on the ring camera talking to. He thinks he's talking to the police on the ring
Oh
camera.
my god.
but like he thinks I'm like delusional, and I don't live here, and all this, and this whole thing is on camera. Of course, it's on camera. I've been carrying the camera. I'm sorry, officer, that Joe's
This lady's like,
security
"Oh my
enforcement or whatever. Has come. Okay, look at them. They
Yeah, I guess he rents this house from Joe.
Yeah, I guess.
What's the address?
What street is this? What street is this? What street is this?
Do I have to know my own address? Yo, but like honestly, when you pause it real quick, like when you move into a new house or anything like that, or when you were a kid, what's your address? Do what I have to know my own address or something? What are you talking about? Like I don't know. Phone my parents. That would be great if you said that. Why don't you call my parents and ask them?
They'll know where I live.
Why don't you call the owner? The owner might know the address. Go ahead.
Well, that's okay. We can get you the help, bro, but this is not the
Let
house.
me help. This ain't my help. Alright, officer. Let's wait until they get here to like prove to these guys that I live here because like
The way he's just throwing. He's like holding it like a phone, but also trying to like record them and himself.
Stanley is
Are you on the phone with someone?
I'm on the phone with the police.
Oh, that's a cool phone.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
It's a,
He's so confident.
I'm talking to nobody this whole time.
That's not a phone, buddy.
I know, but this is a camera just like that, and it's live streamed.
He knows his stuff.
he knows how Ring cameras work, at least.
If I were the two guys recording, I'd look at it, I'd be like, he's got us there. That is how that
we
shit
should
works.
leave.
Maybe this isn't our house. If in that moment I started looking at streets, I'd be like, we are, okay, no, we're in the right place.
Here, buddy? No.
You sit right here. You sit right here.
No.
This guy out, bro. I hit second. You guys, we had a little kid shouting contest. So there he is. Thank goodness.
There's who?
I think the cops finally getting there.
Oh.
And you guys are like, I'll arrest this crazy guy that don't live here, and he's just delusional. See, look at these cameras. Look. I just screwed up. Okay, I'm not gonna kiss you, dude.
I'm not gonna kiss you, dude.
The most realized moment.
Officer.
No, you're cracked out, dude. I'm
Everything.
worried about that.
The delusion of him putting everything on them.
Crazy.
Here, pause it real quick. So- So I think the cops just pulled up, and he's about to start explaining to the cops. I love again. He's so comically delusional, where it's just like this guy's like, "Hey man, back away." He's like, "I'm not gonna kiss you, bro." I mean,
Unless you want me to.
Oh my god, what are you trying to do? What's going on?
Oh my god.
Are you stuck to me right now?
He's like, oh my god, step neighbor.
Roommate?
Together now.
Oh my god, roommate.
Oh my god. And then the officer pulls up and he's like, "Officer, we're dating. This is
This is our house. We need to get in, please. Can you let us in?
So the greatest thing I've seen this before. What's great, you're gonna love this, is like he starts explaining to the police the situation. Shouts out to this guy who the way he handles it immediately. Go ahead. So he's already started explaining to him.
And all this, my name is Jeffrey Party Gallegos. I rent that dwelling right there.
Yeah, idea.
He said a different name.
He did. So the officer asked him, "You got any ID?" He does not have any ID.
Now he doesn't.
He says, "Well, it's in the house."
Jeffrey Gallegos.
Jeffrey Raymond Party.
What's your date of birth, Jeffrey?
You had to think about his date of birth.
Yeah.
Because he's lying.
So it starts to get muffled.
Okay.
And like they have been harassing. You don't live here. Well, this.
That's the Gallegos.
Yeah. No, we're out of it.
Jeffrey, what's your date of birth?
Had to ask him for his date of birth again.
Jamal's gonna assume he gave two different
That's
answers.
not that one matter.
He said, "Where are you coming from?"
It's not your problem. Oh, he's coming from Taco Bell.
Which Taco Bell?
Nice.
Is that MC Chris?
Fuck, I want some fucking Taco Bell.
Just because I don't remember my code.
He dropped his phone.
Right now, I have proof that you're at a residence.
Right.
I don't know if you live
Right.
here. You've obviously removed some kind of property from here.
And I
so-
haven't. I have not stepped off the property line at all. I have not attempted to damage. This is here for my protection. That's
Okay.
what my
Right.
landlord
And
told
so
me.
I just need something
Right.
to confirm that. And
Right.
We won't have any issues.
Exactly, and I haven't been aggressive or nothing. I'm waiting for
So that's why I'm asking for some kind of proof that you live here.
You have some type of proof that you live here, and that's what I've been trying to say.
I know. Where can I get mail from? You think I
I
carry
don't give a
mail?
mailbox. You don't have a
You
mailbox?
think I carry mail in my pockets?
That's not what I asked.
That's not
Okay,
what I
so
asked.
if I walk away, exactly. See, I'm supposed to go and grab some mail, but now he wants to cuff me
The
up
cop,
hard and slam
so
me
the
on
cop
wrist.
asked him such basic questions. Can you
Oh
prove the
my gosh.
residence? Can you do anything?
What, I'm supposed to keep mail
Well,
on
he's like,
me?
"You think I got mail on me?" And the cop gives him a shot where he's like, "That's not what I asked you, man. Can you?"
He's
do
like,
Do you have a mailbox?
Where's your mailbox?
What
Do I carry mail
mail?
on
Like,
me?
why would I carry mail? Okay. All right, I love it. He's like, the cop was just like, okay, you know what? Just put your hand behind your back. We're done here.
You're being
Put on
crazy.
your- Like, why are you taking it personal, officer?
Why are you taking the cop's like, I'm not taking this
Oh, so you
personally.
slam
Like,
it
you're
on your
crazy.
wrist every time like that?
This poor cop.
Why?
I'm a defensive tactics instructor, sir, so don't ask me what
That's
I'm doing.
aggressive, not defensive.
You do not know.
Officer, seriously.
Ossifer, please.
Seriously, officer.
You have a cell phone right here. You can easily prove your address on your cell phone. But
You did not say that.
I asked
You
for
said a
some
piece
sort
of
of proof.
mail. You
you
said a
cannot provide that. So
mail. You said a piece of mail, officer.
Dude, he said, can you prove your address? That's what he originally
You said,
said.
Yeah.
What
Like,
mail did you eat at? And you
Simple
said,
question, making conversation.
Yeah.
And he switches it back to like the Taco
Throw me
Bell.
in the
You
Why
said,
are you
where
gonna
did
ask
you
me
come
about Taco
from?
Bell?
like,
okay, bye.
I mean, like, the cop asked him, "What Taco Bell you coming from? How long have you?" He's like asking him basic shit. Like, guy can't handle it. It's because those drugs made him so sarcastic. If he's trying to power through, but those drugs made him be like, ask him why you would have mail. Ask him that.
He's just repeating all of the questions, but like
Yeah,
as like a joke, you know,
Yeah, like,
because
as a way
he genuinely doesn't understand the questions.
Yeah, but how would you understand questions if you were also high on meth? It's like this guy's logic. He's like, if you were as high as me right now, this would all make sense.
You know, you got
Those
me
poor
there.
guys went to the end of their house. Were like, "This is an ace in the hole for the cops and everybody. We just need to get it done."
They were the neighbors.
Oh, the neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's because like the lady on the ring camera was like talking to them or
Yeah.
trying to talk to this
Oh, that's
guy
a good
and
point.
tell the guy that crackhead that, oh no, those are my neighbors. They're just watching out for me. And he was like, yeah, but this is my place.
Yeah, but
Didn't even realize.
This
But
lady.
no, nobody's looking. I'm looking out for my own place. You guys can't be looking out for me. That's it.
I wonder if that lady got her ring camera back.
Oh yeah. She's probably got to get a new one. Didn't screw back on properly, according to this guy. He's not the ring. You know, it'd be funny is afterwards she's like, "No, yeah, I hired a guy off the internet to install a ring camera."
Oh my god.
I told him he could stay there for a couple of days.
That would be ridiculous.
You get about ready to wrap this up?
Don't do hard drugs, kids.
Yeah, that's a good message. Don't do hard drugs. Just do weed and hallucinogens.
Occasionally.
But at-
Cocaine,
but-
maybe.
But at the proper age. Yeah.
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 Wait till you're 21 or older.
And if you're gonna do cocaine, do it with a purpose. Like drink, and then like do cocaine to bring yourself up. Adderall's pretty okay now. People are saying that's
Don't
pretty
do that.
cool to do. When
do
you
it in
get focused
college,
up.
study. They do
Dave
that.
Portnoy promotes it pretty heavily, so that's good.
I would highly recommend not doing that.
You take who's ever advice, but know that we are not trained medical professionals, and then that's where you'll cut it off right there.
anything.
Yeah.
Don't do anything. Ever.
Just sit in your room and fear everything. The world is out to get you. Run.
Yeah, the
Go to
dude that...
the bunker now. What, grab your grab and go bag.
The dude that just smoked meth and he's watching the end of this right now. What?
The one schizophrenic guy who watches us.
Go. We gotta get out of here. They're calling me out by specifics now. They know.